All right, welcome to EVE Online. Well, my desktop, my browser. I'm Freak. So TLDW on this, and make it real as quick as possible. There's two ways of looking at SP farming, and if you want to know why it's unprofitable, just keep watching after this. But there's two ways of going about it. You can either use your main character on your client to train rank 8 skill using improved implants in the primaries. Every month you'll need an initial investment to get it going of 333 million per client, and you can get 4 skill injectors at the end of it by extracting, and you'll also need 150,000 skill points you can easily get from login rewards, right? So you'll need that too. So you'll need an initial of 333 million plus that 150,000. It's probably a bit less now that I haven't figured exactly how much you need, but I don't care. It's like, whatever. We'll just do the monthly. It used to be the monthly reward, right? So you'll need that, and you'll be able to play the game for free. So you'll need a little bit of grinding, and a little bit of login reward management, but you can totally play for free. I've not paid CCP a damn cent since Christmas. Honest to God, on 6 account. It means I have to grind for 5 days currently, because I need 5 billion in injection. 4 pirate strongholds a day. That's when I just take it easy and relax, right? So that can be done in 2 to 3 hours a day, and 5 days of that, no problem. I've got my monthly subscription paid for each client, so that's great. The second alternative, if you want to pay CCP money subscription, and you know you're going to be buying Plex per month. You know it, because when I did pay subscription, yeah, every month I have need of, I just need a little bit more. I'm kind of broke right now. I'm going to buy some Plex. If you're in a break-even situation where you don't have ISK rolling in every day, and you want to catch up to people because you haven't been playing for a while, and you're like, well, screw it, I haven't been playing at all this month, then I want to do this, but I don't have any ISK because I haven't been playing to get this. I'm going to pay CCP. Now, if you want to do that, fine. Let's do the math on that. So every couple of months, they come out with this deal for 50% off MCT plus Omega, right, for 3 months. And I believe it's around the same price, like $50. So if you did that, like 50 times 4, right? If you did that, you'd be paying basically way more than a yearly subscription. You'd be paying, like, I don't know, I guess 33% more, I guess, for your subscription. But say every month you get 500 Plex, the equivalent. So you can, Plex your account. Times that by 3 is every 3 months you get that, and so of course times by 4 you get that much. So you're paying 33% more on your yearly subscription to get 6,000 Plex for $240. So you've basically got a great deal on Plex. And if you're buying Plex every month, a little bit at a time, right? Just maybe $25 for 500 Plex, yada yada. Just just to get by. Think about it. You're making mint if you do this. And plus it's a smaller injection, right? If you're not freaking blowing this $240 a year, $200 a year on. If you can't do that, don't do it this way, because it's going to save you money in the long run if you're doing this. Just be honest with yourself. If this is the way you're doing it, I would highly recommend that if you like to spend ISK in game by buying Plex off the website, do it the 3-month plan, because it's just as you saw, the math doesn't lie. It's just, and this is math is simple enough, even I can get it. But yeah, I think it's definitely worth it. If I was still paying CCP, like an idiot, for their stupid game that their marketing department apparently is ruling the roost right now. If you're interested in getting 6,000 Plex for 240 and this and 150, so for literally half off the price of a yearly subscription and 6,000 Plex, you're getting a yearly subscription, 6,000 Plex, for $200. By buying the 4 times a year, the 3-month deal. And yeah, I would totally recommend you do that, because it's like, think about it. If you're doing that every month, that's what you're paying every month, in effect, for all of this. If you're spending, if like, think about it. You think, okay, I pay my monthly subscription. I do it every 3 months just because that's the cheapest way I can do it with my bank account. I pay, every 3 months I pay $50, and that saves me a tiny bit, right? Yeah, I know it's totally changed, because I'll just avoid that for now. Yeah, but yeah, if you're paying CCP more than $32, think about it. If you're paying CCP more than $32 a month currently, by buying a little bit of Plex here and there, and just casual player, just kind of broke, need that little, do it every 3 months. Do the deal and get your secondary character with the extra training queue, doing SP training for SP farm, and then bank. You're making huge bank compared to, you're making double what you did. So you're getting a 50% off, basically, and it's a great deal. I would highly recommend it. Yeah, if you're willing to pay CCP, that's the second option. The third option is to continue being a troll and whore in the forums and Reddit about, how SP farming was profitable back in the day. It's like bullshit. Anyways, continue listening for the full video with full spectrum Muffy. Have a good one. Alright, so let's clear this up as far as what my opinion is now. I started skill farming to subsidize, effectively subsidize my in-game Omega accounts, and that was great. I was doing it with the 50% off 3-month MCT and Omega purchase that they do. It's a great deal. It turns out to be, you're pretty much in actual cash, hard, cold dollars. You're saving about as much as you would if you went for the yearly plan. And I do it in smaller chunks because I've got like 6 characters, and every year chunking down that much, I don't have that capital, you know. But yay for people who do, right? But if you don't, this is a perfect way to do it. skill farming on the side. And then I started thinking, well, wait, what if I just stopped training my mains, didn't pay for subscription again, and just skill farmed? And at first, it was like, oh my god, I'm breaking even. This is awesome. Um, you know, this is great. I don't have enough to train on my mains. I can't do any more training on my mains. So thank God I got like 10 years of training done for them. So they can get by, right? And I'm like, great. All I need is the monthly, that 150,000 SP. And with currently, I can do that too with it. You just need to juggle a little bit more. But that's okay. Whatever. I mean, they fixed something that wasn't broken, but whatever. So now we've got a system where, sorry, now I'm in a system. Now I've got a system that is pausing main training. I'm skill farming, and I'm like, great, I'm playing for free. And I think I've made a couple of videos about that. I'll probably have to unlist them because I'm pretty sure I did. Like, whenever I make a correction, I go through and, like, unfortunately, it doesn't tell me if it's unlisted or not. Skill farming companion perfect skill extraction total data skill farming plex. I might have made it private and then just moved it out of the playlist entirely, right? Kinks, learn the cliff, skill farming for free. Ah, I've got it in air quotes. Give me a sec. Okay, so it does look like I've gotten rid of it. Yeah, I'm pretty good that way. Is it worth skill farming to play for free? Is it unlisted? Yeah, okay. So I got rid of that initial, probably put it private. Yeah, so yes, I was conscientious enough to eliminate the play for free video I made. So let's go back. Sorry for that. Okay, so figuring out where I left off. Yeah, so it's a recap. So basically, when I started this, I forgot about initially the seed money, and I was like, "Wow, this is free! Wow, wee!" And then I realized, wait, it took me a few months to realize, but it was like, wait, wasn't there like that initial, like, I swear, and then I was like, oh shit. So yeah, you're not, and I think most people, when they did this, innocent ignorance in the trolls who were like, oh yeah, it's totally profitable. I think that became pop psychology, that initially, for a while, it was profitable. But it never was. It was just people doing their math wrong, and being trolls. And so you've got a situation where if you start an SP farm and you're like, woohoo, I'm going to make so many billions, free money. No, it's never been that way. It's just misconception, really, about how it all worked in the beginning. I think most people, when that initial introduction of these things happened, that people went into this with the expectation of being able to profit from skill farming. And could you, if you, so here's the math here. If you thought, okay, if I buy MCT, could I make a profit out of this, right? Could I sell the injectors for cash? And the answer is decidedly not, unless you wanted to just kiss your investment goodbye, because basically what you're doing is it's no longer, because remember when I first started doing this with the MCT purchase deal with 50% off, that totally subsidized your account, right? Because you've got two skill farming. You've got your main training that's going on for practical reasons, and then you've got your secondary account taking advantage of that MCT to farm, and that gives you 4 skill injectors to sell a month, right? But you have to plex your you have to spend that ISK you made to buy the plex to gift all your accounts the Omega. It's easier gifting, by the way. To set all that up, in order to make the investment of money, real life dollars, the equivalent of a year subscription, right? Because otherwise, you're paying way too much freaking money every 3 months and going, woohoo, I can spend this money in game, and then actually not profiting, or at least not having a viable way to subsidize your account. You're paying way CCP, literal cash, twice as much. Like, think about it. If I'm subsidizing my account to barely, and sometimes even make just a fraction better deal than the yearly plan, subscription plan, what do you think happens when I don't? It means I only get 3 months, and so in 6 months, you know, I've spent the equivalent of a year subscription plan. For what? Yay! Like, think about it. Well, it's a kind of, it's more like, look at it. Let's play devil's advocate. What if you did do that? What if you decided, hey, I, I, I feel like spending twice the yearly subscription because in three months I'll have made 3 months of Plex for Omega extra. So I basically, in 3 months, I make the equivalent of 6 months Omega account timeline, right? But and so I do that twice in a year, and you've got your yearly subscription. Now think about it. If I just go, woohoo, I'm spending the ISK I get from selling the skill injectors in game, you're basically saying, hey, CCP, I'm going to pay you twice the yearly subscription for the honor of, it's literally that expensive, for, I don't know, getting a subsidy on buying Plex. I mean, how much is, like, I don't do math very well. But yeah, well, let's not go there, because I suck at math. It'd be just a hoot to see me try. But what's it? And they changed the account, so I can't just do it off the top of my head. But basically, say, hypothetically, if it was, I'm just making numbers up now, what if it was $120 for a yearly subscription, right? And half of that, or no, sorry, if I was paying twice the yearly subscription for $120, and that was divided by 2, right? 60. So if I was doing the deal for $60, right? And I did that twice a year, right? I'd have to do that 4 times a year because I wasn't getting the 3 months extra by plexing my skill injectors, right? For Omega, I was just spending it in games. So every 3 months, I'd have to do that 4 times. So that's $240. Now, how many plex can that get you, right? I mean, divided by, oh, I don't know. Let's say 25. So for 500. So times by 500. So basically, you're paying the equivalent of, at the very least, you'll get at the very least 4,800 plex if you paid CCP cold hard cash for plex, right? So you're getting the equivalent of paying twice the yearly rate, and you get that much. So is it worth it? I don't know. You better be getting more than that. you know, in game. Are you getting that in game? Can I get that many plex in game? Probably. Yeah, you like I don't do math, sorry, but think about it. If you like sending money to CCP, which I never did, for plex that you can sell, that you can get ISK, and you can play in game, yeah, you're making a killing if you do this. I mean, sure, why not? I mean, do it this way, pay twice the yearly subscription plan, and skill farm, and probably be able to clear a hell of a lot more plex than you could just going to CCP and buying the plex directly. But you're still paying them, but it's not as much as you would if you you get tons of plex. I mean, let's okay, so that's 480. Let's plus that. If I did, yeah, sorry about this, guys. You're probably laughing your ass off. I was like, oh my god, he's a moron with math. So if I did 4 times 3 times, give me a sec. So if it's the equivalent of plex, so 500. So basically, I get 500 plex at the end of the 3 months. That's the equivalent of, no, actually, no, wait. Every month, I get the equivalent. So every 3 months, I get that much. So effectively, you're getting 6,000 plex. So basically, go on the website and see if $240 will get you 6,000 plex. And if it gets you less, then yay, do it that way. It subsidizes and makes your buying plex from CCP cheaper. Yay for you. But if you're like me and go, screw CCP, they've screwed us so much over the years, and then did something tiny for the player base that was intelligent, and then expected accolades and go, why aren't you loving us? It's like, no, because we're not pissing in your ear and telling it's raining and saying you guys are great when you're pissing in our ear and telling us it's raining. It's like, we don't play that game. Like, if you want to live in a world of lies and backstabbing and politics and ego and just basic stupidity and arrogance, it's just eat beans. They're Tay-AI. If you want to live in that world, kiss their ass and white knight them, go for it. But I am just sick of playing the scam game, I mean, why would I want to play this game any further than what I get out of it, right? So since I don't get out of it what I used to. Like, they've nerfed mining just into the ground, especially for the little person. Just into the ground for no reason other than there was a problem and there always will be a problem. That climate has not changed. They're not evolving. Yeah, their latest vlogs and articles are like, look, evolved in a TM, and you're sort of like, yeah, it's like real beef in McDonald's or something like that, right? Which actually apparently is real beef, but anyways, you get the point. They just add TMs to everything, so it's like you've screwed low sec ice mining to the point where it's not fun anymore. You've screwed the ability to take advantage of expedition frigates to just have fun and just go nibble away at the stuff in null, and just everything about it just screams we're getting our ass kissed hard by null sec blocks, and they literally are. Well, I don't want to think about it, but yeah, probably literally are. I don't know how great they are on rimming, but I'm sure it's big in Iceland. But yeah, so if you want to pay them money and you want to actually spend money on hard plex from the website and sell it in game, do it this way. You'll get 6,000 freaking plex a year. Yay, you. Go for it. I'm sure that's more than $240 will get you. So yeah, totally. Now the thing is, of course, that I probably screwed up my math because $240 would includes the price of omegaing your account. So it's actually $120 for 6,000. So that's even better. See where I just suck at math. But I eventually figured it out. So yeah, I mean, if you like giving CCP money for Plex every once in a while, do it this way. Get the 50% off MCT and freaking Omega plan, and on your second account, skill farm, and just, well, wait a minute. We're talking real dollars. You'll still have to grind. Remember, this is not free. You're still going to have to give those secondary accounts. Now it's up to 5 billion. 5 billion a month to do the four extractors, four skill injectors, sell, blah, 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 profit. Dot, dot, dot. But yeah, you'll still have to grind a bit in game to make it. So it's not completely free. You've got to do that infusion, that initial infusion of 10 skill injectors, which is pretty cool because they have the 10 skill injectors deal, right? So it's helpful. The math is easy. It's a bit tricky, but once you got it down pat, yeah, it's pretty cool. But again, it never was profitable. Skill point farm, blah blah blah, and I think people when they initially got into it, they either slowly freaking realized they were wrong and kept their mouth shut because people have egos, right? A little bit too unhealthy when you refuse to admit a mistake, and unfortunately, by that time, the trolls had taken it off. They just ran with it, and nobody confirmed it. You know, and people got in, realized they were wrong or somebody else was wrong, and the whole system was not built for profitable skill farms. But nobody came out and said, "Hey guys, the concept that it was profitable," and of course, the trope in mods is, oh yeah, it used to be profitable, or the excuse of the bullshit that was used at first came to light as wrong. Oh no, they fixed it. It's like, no, they didn't fix it. They'd have to fix it by 50% for it to have been profitable, you idiots. So yeah, I hate that. It's like, but it's so long ago they can get away with it because people forget what it was like before. But no, it would have to be a 50 freaking percent. No, there is no way it was ever profitable. It was literally, it's you're subsidizing your account for, well, I wouldn't say literally, But yeah, close to 50%. You're subsidizing your account, which is great because I would rather pay 5 billion in Fusion than what would it cost me currently? I think it's like God, 10 to 12 billion just to plex all my 6 accounts, right? It's just crazy, right? So for a single player, yeah, it's 333 million per character. You know, yeah. But I've said repeatedly what I think about that. It's just I just haven't made a video explaining it because I freaking hate math. But there you go. Skill farms were never, ever profitable, ever. Guarantee you. And the lie that, oh, it used to be profitable is just a freaking lie because it would have to be literally 50% off back then in order for it to freaking break even. So it's not profitable. There's that initial infusion that people either forgot or just hard trolled it. Yeah, that's what I really think. No, what I really think. Mm. Yeah, hopefully I put the nail in that coffin. It's been a long time coming, uh, and I think I've gotten to the point um, that I understand the system enough and the mechanics of it to realize that it literally could not, based on the facts and the evidence that I've gathered, could never have been profitable and never have even been break even. Because see my video, you've listened to it. You might have to listen to it again because I'm so damn confusing and irritating and annoying apparently. But yeah, there we go. Hopefully that was helpful and makes you feel better because it is seductive. That once you start selling your injectors, your wallet just starts exploding and you forget all about that initial injection. You're like, whoa, I could, wow. And it's just issues of scale, I think. It's just difficult to, yeah, I think it's issues of scale when just people just, once that ISK starts rolling in, that you just, it's hard to go, oh, wait, yeah, I had an initial investment of just about that much. But it just balloons so much in your wallet. You're looking at like, oh my god, I have 12 billion in my wallet. This is so cool. And yeah, but 3 point, well, it used to be 3.5, and now it's 5 billion. Last month it was 4.5. But yeah, I think it'll level off now. I think it's plateaued. It's not going to get any crazier. The Plex that's shot through the roof, it's it's overvalued. It's in a bubble right now because of once the announcement was made, the people with trillions of ISK via RMT that never got caught and exploits and everything else just bought up all the Plex. And of course, when you do that, the prices of Plex rise. So yeah, what can you do? Those are the big boys. They only manipulate the initial thing. They never profited in the. They never profited. Let me put it this way: they never profited in the beginning. Never profited it. They never profited in the beginning doing the SP farm. They profited, but by exploiting the initial market. And that was not anything to do with skill farming. So yes, it was profitable for the people who took advantage and speculated by buying up all the Plex as fast as possible in order to boost, like, if you buy it all, the prices go up, right? Naturally. So that's what's happening. And unfortunately, I cannot, well, I might be able to. The Wayback Machine can. It might show you the Plex, prices for all time. That there was a website you could go to that you could go back to the beginning of time, and it'll give you a graph of what the price was back then. And back then, Plex was literal Plex. It was the pilot license extension. That was a literal item in game that you could buy. I remember 30 days. It was exactly 30 days, and it was mint. It was very expensive. And you could, sell that for, you could, I think it was, did you have to trade it on the forums or something? I forget. Anyway, so that was the currency then, and they introduced Oral, which was the in-game, microtransaction back in walking station days, right? So they combine those, but if you do the equivalents, it's pretty much stayed the same at 2.5 million ISK per Plex. If you track it over the decades, their happiest place was 2.5 million. So right now it's like what, 3.8 or something, close to 4, and I believe that was mostly by speculation. Yeah, it's it. Plex is not tied to the value of the dollar, right? Or the value of the subscription plan. I don't believe so. So I believe it'll trend down at some point. But right now it's riding high as a hog, and yeah, I think the people who initially bought into that are slowly selling off their Plex in order to profit, obviously. That's why we do not, right? So they'll do it in drips and drab to keep it that way. They don't want to drive the price down. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. Yeah. Gone are the days where the good doctor of economics dictated, and because he was like, you have to keep it at a stable price. This is key to keeping the inflation in game down, in check. I don't believe that was true, but he's the doc and he's the expert, and yeah, yeah. I mean, come on, what school of economics have ever gotten economy right? Well, you think the current one, the what is it, the Chicago school that did the trickle down thing? Do you still believe in trickle down, guys? Yeah. So I take a healthy dose of salt, but he is an expert, and I'm not. But I am now an expert in school farming, and it's never been profitable. It's never going to be profitable. You're not going to be able to have. You're not going to be able to Plex and have extra money on the side. No, it's a money, definitely money loss. And well, 333 million, literally, per character. You it's a loss, but think about it. How hard is it to make 333 million compared to close to a billion a month? The close to a billion a month is pretty grindy, but you can do it, right? I mean, once you're up to snuff with Marauders and level 4 missions, lots of ice farming, definitely pirate strongholds. That is my bread and butter right now, and I just have to do that 5 days a month, and I've got the infusion I need, you know. So it's to me it's worth it because I just have to grind 5 days now. Is it more? No, it could be more. I did the math, but just freaking watch the prior video if you really want to punish yourself. I mean, you've already listened to me way too long. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't watched this video, watch it. I go into it. The math's plain. It's right there in your face. And I talk about it as I go along. So, I think I did. I hope I did. Did I speak? Scary. Oh, yes, my dulcet tones. Yeah. Okay, there you go. look at it this way. I don't. You can either play the game for free and only have to grind 5 days a month, or whatever you need to make that 333 million infusion per character. But sorry, per client. Sorry. Oh my god, lol. Yeah, I make that mistake all the time. And lulls at I honest mistake. Yeah, I mean, I play for free. I haven't paid CCP a cent since Christmas. So, f you to them. You know, and you guys, if some of you want to have basically a great freaking deal on buying Plex from CCP, use that second account to SB farm and then spend the iskies, because that's what you want in the beginning, right? It's great. Yeah, totally do it that way. You'll make bank compared to paying CCP directly for Plex. You can do it this way, and it's just, yeah, totally meant. Totally do it. Have fun. You saw the math. You 6,000 a freaking year in Plex. That's pretty cool. In little drips and drabs every month, right? So woohoo! That would be fun. Yeah, I mean, back when I was paying for my account and didn't have pirate strongholds up to snuff, yeah, every once in a while, every month, I'd be paying CCP for a little bit extra just to get what I needed, just investment in game and all that stuff. So yeah, if you're into that and you're into playing the game for a while, yeah, totally pay twice the yearly subscription if you dare. You're probably already doing it. I mean, be honest with yourself. If you're paying CCP for subscription, you're probably already have paid quite a bit more for Plex directly from them to sell in game for stuff, right? So just think of it this way. If you're paying CCP and you don't mind paying them a lot, $240 in USD per year for a yearly subscription plan, yeah, you're gonna get a great deal on 6,000 Plex, right? I mean, I could be wrong, just check the website, but I'm pretty sure 6,000 Plex would cost more than 120 bucks. Pretty sure. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's the mystery. Who knows? Oh, I'd look it up here, but you'd have to log in, use your account, and when I type in the letters, you'll probably get one of my porn searches scrolling by. So it's like, yeah, yeah, you can do it yourself and laugh at your own search results and try to remember your own account password. You go for that. I'm gonna duck out now. See you guys. Thanks for watching.